Tough talk today from Tennessee Governor Bill Lee when it comes to getting people back to work. During a visit to the Elizabethton Chamber of Commerce legislative breakfast, he also spoke with News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel about topics related to the pandemic and the importance of keeping Tennesseans connected.
Josh, Governor Bill Lee made the two things at the top of his agenda clear: getting people back to work in Tennessee and seeing the other side of this pandemic.
Work is good for Tennesseans, and we shouldn't continue to pay people not to do it.
Tennessee Governor Bill Lee says it's time for federal unemployment benefits to stop, as there are 250,000 job openings across the state.
We have 160,000 people in our state that are on unemployment, and our economy is back to pre-pandemic levels. We need to get our businesses back to normal and move forward with that. In order to do that, we need to create pathways for people to go from unemployment to the vast amount of employment that's available in our state.
Although vaccine turnout has been lower than expected in Tennessee, Governor Lee stands strong on his stance that they should not be mandated.
I got a vaccine. It's important that people strongly consider doing so, because it has obviously, as you see vaccines roll out across this country, it's made all the difference in COVID-19.
With the shot widely available and new CDC guidance, he says public health orders and mask requirements should end.
By statute and by law in this state, individual districts make those decisions for themselves, but I see no reason, particularly based on the science and COVID with regard to children, to have masks in schools.
Lee says the pandemic showcased the need for broadband expansion across the state, particularly in rural areas.
What happens in rural Tennessee matters to every Tennessean. It's great to have prosperous economic activity in Nashville or some of our big cities, but what's really important is that the rural economies move forward at the same time.
Lawmakers agree with the governor on getting all Tennesseans connected. The state budget makes a $200 million commitment over the next 2 years for broadband expansion. Josh?
Ansley, thank you. I emceed that event this morning. I can tell you Governor Lee was not all talking about business during that visit. He announced that he and the country music group, the Oak Ridge Boys, will kick off a celebration. In fact, a year-long celebration marking Tennessee's 225 years of statehood. And Tennessee's oldest town, Jonesboro, will host the kickoff event. The governor said today it's set for June 1st. Learn more about the celebrations now planned on WJHL.com.